AskReddit by Teen Dreamed. Those who are dating very attractive people, what is it like? My drill sergeant, after seeing my wife, pulled me out of ranks in front of 3 battalions and asked me who she was. When I replied she was my wife, he said, "What is this? Be kind to animals week? Did I win the lottery?" LMAO, I remember going to one of our Marine Corps balls and being absolutely flabbergasted that the goofiest MF in our squadron had the most gorgeous wife. I mean, good for him, but it was funny hearing half a dozen guys all mutter some variation of how, at the same time, lol. People treat her very nicely and they also treat me nice, but only when I'm with her, lol. For real, had my first real GF and she was pretty cute too. It was amazing the friendly interactions I would have with people out and about, even had the cover waved. For a New Year's party once. My wife is very pretty, and a few years younger than me. We were at a club pre-COVID and I whispered a bad joke in her ear. She rolled her eyes and walked away. Some other dude saw it and thought I just got rejected, took pity on me and bought me some drinks while we talked about Radiohead and D&D. This is hilarious and sweet. I've been standing at a bar talking to her and a random girl came up and did the body block initiate conversation thing to save her from me. I think I'm as attractive as my wife, she thinks I am anyway, and once at a club I was getting her a drink while she danced and a younger dude at the bar had a little drunk convo with me and I ended up taking a cigarette from him, but I guess he was aware I was looking at my wife and looked me up and down and was like, "You are a thirsty motherfucker, peace," and that felt kinda weird. I remember my engagement photos. Big, juiced up photographer, you are the groom. Kinda fun. Oh yes, the big juiced up photographer, the bane of every average dude's existence. I can only imagine the reaction when he pulled out his tripod. I asked my wife and she still hasn't stopped laughing. I asked my wife, expecting a similar response. Instead I got, "It's lovely. It's nice to know our daughter will be so beautiful." She's delusional, of course, but it definitely put a smile on my face. It's amazing. She's the best ever, but she goes to another school so I can't show you pics. Right in the feels, I'm in the US and my girlfriend is in Canada. My wife is quite attractive, and I think I look like a potato. IDK, I just roll with it. Potatoes are nice because they stay grounded. Years ago, I brought my girlfriend, now wife, to Texas to meet my mom for the first time. Everything went normally. The first time my mom and I were alone, she turned to me and said, "You must be really good in bed." Maximum damage. Hope you are still doing okay, my guy. My wife is way out of my league. When we started dating and going places, this is how interactions would go. Staff, hello there, what can I get for you? My wife, I'll have such and such. Staff, and for her friend, me. Happened so many times, lol. Lol, that's cold. It can be tough because I see all the women staring at him all the time. He's in a profession where he deals with lots of women all day long, and I see the longing in their eyes because he is not only gorgeous, but brilliant and funny. He thinks I'm more attractive than him. I'm not. He's a PT edited BC, everyone is curious. But also, watching him take his clothes off is the very best ever. It's great. We both think we are reaching and both think the other person is settling. The only rule is you can't get jealous. Not just on their behalf, but for your own sake in general. Being insecure is unattractive. I was dating a woman back in college whom my friends still talk about to this day because how hot she is. I remember we went out one night with a group of friends and guys kept looking at her. It didn't bother me, I trusted her. At some point, my friend said something along the lines of, "It doesn't bother you, these guys keep looking at her." My response was something along the lines of, "What, am I gonna start a fight with every single guy that thinks she's attractive?" It's flattering if anything, and a waste of energy being pissed off at. I used to also be attractive. Now I'm not. It's hard. Women will openly stare mouth agape and approach him. He doesn't notice half the time. What happened? Why do you feel you aren't as attractive anymore? Sick. Asking my wife. Update. I have played the most dangerous game and lost. Fellow Redditors. Learn from my downfall. She said I wouldn't know, didn't she? RIP. They think I'm rich. I once dated a guy out of my league, and the reality is that I was very insecure and felt uncomfortable when we went out to places where there were many pretty girls, because I felt that I wasn't enough for him and that he'd look at another girl who was really pretty. In the end that did happen, but my insecurity didn't make me enjoy the relationship. Thank God I am working on that in therapy. Fact is, ugly people cheat too. Don't even think they are particularly less likely to either. Not currently, but have in the past. I mean, it's cool. You gotta get used to a shit ton of people glancing, staring at them anytime you go out. Also gotta get used to guys trying to hit on them the second you walk away. I never had an issue with either, so it worked for me. The underrated upside is that shit is self-perpetuating. You immediately become more desirable if you're with someone who, in this case, other girls realize is beautiful. Yeah, that was the weird thing. If you're out at the bar and you turn your back, or go to the bathroom, some dude is always there trying to talk to her. And they always look at you like you're ruining their opportunity. Some guys are just straight disrespectful, which I'm not really sure how they think that work. I spend a lot of time wondering when he'll realize he's out of my league and leave me. I mean, it's nice when he meets friends of mine and they rave about him afterwards. Like, yes, I know he's a snack. He's also the sweetest man in the world. So he's the entire package, and I consider myself extremely blessed to be the one to see him naked. Girl WTH, I'm sorry but I stalked your profile, and if you are that curly brunette beauty then you are definitely really hot. I swear to God. And I know I am a woman, so this might come off as sorority, but no, girl, I swear you are hot. Men are constantly sending drinks to her, even if I'm standing next to her. And yes, I drink it in front of them. While keeping eye contact with them, I hope. My hubs could hands down get a way better looking girl than me, and as we age he keeps getting hotter and me, not so much. Sometimes I feel insecure that others wonder why he is with me, but then I feel complimented because it means I'm doing a lot of things right. I never feel jealous as in he would leave me, because I know he loves me, my mind, and our life together. I do however get jealous of how easy it is for him to be good looking. I have to spend hours getting ready to look okay to stand next to him, and he just rolls out and couldn't care less. He's the best. I'm super thankful. Here's a complimented backhand. Have you considered the possibility he's just average looking and you're both just madly in love? At least people know I'm the personality hire. We argue over who is more attractive, but I'm convinced it's him. My so gets called Thor Chris Hemsworth by kids while walking down the street and in our friend circles. The only weird encounter we had was at a bar. This intoxicated older woman was visibly incredulous that we were together and kept trying to hit on him. It's great. People assume I'm rich. As soon as they realize I'm not, they assume I have a huge dick. My father used to say he married the most beautiful woman in the world and I didn't understand. Mom didn't look like the women hanging on my wall as a teen. Then I met the most beautiful woman in the world and finally understood. God, I really like this comment. There's something about being in love with someone that just really makes them seem so astoundingly attractive. You put it perfectly.